Jeff back here with another Half a Head beer review. Tonight we got another Oskar Blues beer. This is Good Night. This is their Imperial Red. So I think this would be, I mean, I haven't had Nugget Nectar yet, but I think that this is kind of along those same lines where it kind of blurs the line between a red ale and an IPA. 8.7% alcohol by volume. And then on the back it says, still big, still red, still sticky. And I think that's referring to this, it used to be called Gordon, and then they got a cease and desist order from Gordon Biersch, so they changed it to Goodnight. I believe that's the story. Don't hold me to that. If you knew the man behind this tribute, this ale needs no explanation. If you didn't, we're sorry. And then they just leave it at that. So I have no idea who they're referring to. But let's go ahead and get into this one. As you can see, this one's got a pretty big frothy head. 2.5 fingers of kind of like a cream colored. It's kind of yellowy, tannish, maybe khaki. And as for the body, it's a beautiful red color. Yeah, red towards the middle, slightly ruby, but not quite that dark. And then kind of like a dark golden, light ruby, but super red. And it's got a crazy amount of carbonation. A lot of bubbles sticking to the side, some really fine bubbles towards the top, and I mean this glass doesn't have the nucleation site in the bottom of it either, so that's really impressive. All right, well, let's go ahead and give this one a smell. That smells really good. Smells super sweet. With this one, you're getting a lot of those tropical fruits, like pineapples, mangoes. It smells delicious. It smells like good sweetness. I mean, with a lot of the red ales, you get like the bready and biscuity malt. This one is really sweet. I can't distinguish that too much in the smell. Not that good yet, but we'll see. I mean, in the taste. But as for the smell, it smells super hoppy, but a lot of citrus, a lot of tropical fruits, and then a really good sweetness towards the end. Not really any pininess, but a lot of sweetness and fruitiness. As you can see, it's getting a lot of really big bubbles, and the head's starting to go down a little bit, but I'm really excited to try this one, so cheers. The taste is really good, but I am going to say that the smell is a little bit better than the taste. Yeah, just like in the smell, it's super sweet, but like I said, this one has that body of like a red ale with some of those bready and really sweet malt flavors coming through. The tropical fruits are there, but it's a lot more subdued. So I would guess that those are more of a late boil addition. So it's not coming through too much in the flavor. Yeah, but it still is very citrusy. Not as pungent, I would say, as the smell, but it still is there. And you're getting those tropical fruits, and it's giving way to a nice malt sweetness in the body. And then some more sweetness towards the end. As far as bitterness goes, initially it's not really that bad. It's more you're getting a lot of good hop flavor, some sweetness. But towards the end, it's slightly bitter, but it's not really lingering on your tongue with some of those really heavy, piney, resinous flavors like you're getting in some other ones. And then I'm actually getting a little bit of alcohol, which I wouldn't expect for a beer that's only 8.7%, but I'm feeling it burn in my chest a little bit. But overall, this is really solid beer. I'm going to let it warm up for a little bit longer and sip on it, and I'll give you guys my final verdict. Alright guys, I'm back with Good Night from Oskar Blues. And so I looked it up that the person's name is actually Gordon Knight, so Good Night. So that way they could, I guess, keep his name in the tribute without having the name controversy or whatever. I'm going to go with a B+ on this one. I think it is a really good beer. It's pretty smooth. The booziness towards the end kind of holds it back. It is a month and a half old, so I don't think it's too old. I don't think that it would have faded significantly by this point. But I can only imagine that like a week old or something like that, that it would be more hop forward. I mean, it still has a good hop presence with 60 IBUs, but it's not intense like an IPA. So I don't think in that respect it's not pushing the boundaries, but it still is a really big, robust red ale, Imperial Red Ale, and it's really good, and I think it's worth checking out. You can probably get one for about $3 a can. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't remember what I paid, but it's definitely more expensive than the pale ale than the Dale's pale ale, but not as expensive as the Deviant Dales. And I don't like this one as much as the Deviant Dales at all, but it still is really good, and I am enjoying this one. I'll have to get their other IPA, their Gubna, because I heard that one's similar to Deviant Dales, but it's got like the big onion, garlicky flavor. I don't know, but this one's really good, and I think it's worth picking up. And so my question for all of you that are watching this is, with so many brewers brewing these Imperial Reds, Ballast Point just released one. There's Trogue Nugget Nectar. There's this one. I think that Clown Shoes does one. New Belgium did one. Is it like, has it become a style of beer, or is it just like, has it evolved into its own style, or is it just it's not getting there yet? Not enough people have done it, pushed the bounds. I don't know, but just let me know what you guys think. And this has been good night from Oskar Blue, and I'll see you guys on their beer review. Cheers.